Hi everyone, DJ here. Welcome to Lego World. Today, I'll be talking about who is my favorite Major Digital Circus characters. Because since I pretty much did a poll about pretty much who is your favorite Major Digital Circus character in this list, which we had was Pomni, Ragatha, Pomni, Ragatha, Jax, and Gangle, and I pretty much seen was most a lot of votes from Pomni and one vote for Jax. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about the Amazing Duo Story characters. Like, who is my favorite? So it's gonna be pretty much like talking about like one to five, by the way. So this will be very interesting. So I wait no time as always. Let's get right into this. And also, by the way, this took me like pretty much a lot of time to get a lot of details. By the way, literally so much detail from this. Like I had to keep like recording and recording all that stuff. So this video took me like 2 times. But let's go ahead and pretty much start off like talk about number one, who is my favorite for number one. So my number one favorite for who is my favorite major digital circus character, and that is Pomni. Now Pomni herself, by the way, being as number one is very interesting, by the way, because she's also the main protagonist, Lee, in the show, by the way. And for some reason, when I first time saw her in pretty much the pilot from over 2023. I feel like her character doesn't even know what's going on, by the way. She's like that one like that one person that be like just stuck in a game, like just be freaking out and stuff, by the way. Or appear to be freaking out of everything. And for some reason, she literally gets teleported. Well, we don't know what the most of the whole story, but like mostly what's her backstory. All we know from like the pilot or the first episode of the pilot was she had put like some weird headset, by the way. And I was thinking maybe like VR. Because it's like, there's only one headset I can think of, is Lee VR. And her character, by the way, is like really interesting. Like really interesting. Like I said, she just freaking out everything. Then basically, she's like trapped into like this amazing digital like circus world, by the way. With pretty much like other characters like Ragatha, Jax, Gangle, Zubul, and Kingler. And Cosmo, which we haven't even know what that character is, even though he got distracted because he's pretty much a clown. But still, I do like Pomni. Pomni is like one of my favorite characters. She's been like one of my favorite characters. She's been in the pilot, so which is great. So Pomni, you're literally my number one right there. So number one favorite for that one. All right. So the second one is pretty much Ragatha. Now, here's the thing. I know, like, in the pilot, that Ragatha didn't really get that shown that much, by the way, because she got a little bit distracted. Not really, like, she got really distracted, but, like, just, like, glitch. And I'll tell you what, Ragatha is, like, that one person who's, like, always, like, behind your back, by the way, and Lee behind your back being as friends. And I can see that Ragatha being as friends with Pomni, by the way, is, like, really good, because I love how she pretty much sticks up with, Pomni, by the way, even though Pomni has like some horrible time when they go into everywhere, but still, Ragatha, love her character, love how her hair is, by the way. She feel like she got like dreads on, or a little bit like the that one candy hairstyle, by the way. Oh no, sorry, that one candy that I literally forgot what it's called. It starts with an R, but I literally forgot what it's called. But still, the dress as well, just basically everything. So I do love Ragatha. Ragatha is like one of my second favorite characters, and like pretty much like for a major deal suckers, so which is pretty much great. Alright, next one is pretty much the third one. Now, it's kind of hard for me to put like for the third one is like who I want to put for the third one as being one of my favorite characters of the Amazing Digital Circus. Is it Kingler, Gangle, or Zubul? And I think I do like pretty much putting like Gangle pretty much for the third one. Now, I know Gangle in episode 4 was kind of like very interesting, being her as the manager, by the way, even though she was getting a little bit crazy, and she really didn't have that much friends, by the way, to like make. So I'm glad that pretty much like Zubul made friends with her, by the way. But her character is like so interesting to me, by the way. Like put her as a third is very interesting as well. Because I think Gangle is not really like a problem in this show. She's not annoying, by the way, which is like, okay. She feels like that one type of like scared person for some reason, by the way. Feels like Pomni right now. And I do like that, by the way. She has like a happy and a sad one, by the way, which is very interesting. Which is her comedy mask. And pretty much she is a really interesting character, by the way. I think she's been paired up like since like what? A lot of episodes now, by the way. And I do love that they gave her like the whole entire like whole entire like screen time with her, by the way, in episode 4, which I did enjoy. But Gangle is like really interesting, just really interesting, and that's all I can pretty much say right there. So Gangle being as third is pretty much my favorite character for this list, by the way. So I'm glad that she's pretty much in third one, by the way, because I would not know what to make of this, by the way. All right, so let's see. So we got 2 more left. All right, so the fourth one. I think I think I might put maybe Kingler. I don't know why. I feel like Kingler being in the fourth one is kind of very interesting to put on, by the way. Most of all, here's the name. Kingler in the first pilot, by the way, he is pretty much crazy. Yes, he been like just tweaking, by the way. I don't like him with Gango, by the way, when Jack paired about together, by the way. It was just like that's so funny, by the way, because he was just like he was just tweaking out for some reason. I have no idea why. But still, when I saw him like in episode 3, by the way, like how his backstory went, cause he had like a wife or everything like that, that made me feel a little bit more interesting to the character, by the way, because even though that he never acted like that before, it kind of feels like now, cause you know how much like Kingler's been through, by the way, even though we haven't seen much of the episode yet, by the way, cause I hope there will be an episode 5 version of this year of 2025. I don't know if it's happening like somewhere like February or something like that, but. It's somewhere happening this year. I have no idea. I haven't really checked out Glitch Production channel. But all I'm going to say is that Kingler is really a cool character. Not like probably the most cool character, but he's just a cool character, by the way. How he acted in previous in like episode 3 was great. Talking with Pomni, how he's been through, by the way. Even though that he's pretty much like not going to remember all that stuff now because he's going to be back to regular stuff. But that made the character feel a lot more interesting into the others, by the way. I should have put him in the poll instead, by the way, instead of Jax. But still, Kingler being as the fourth of my favorite, which is great. So, I do love him. Alright, and we have as the last one for to talk about, by the way, and that's pretty much Zubul. Now, here's the thing. Zubul hasn't really been shown that much lately, like the two other episodes, by the way, until episode 4. And I'm telling you what, Zubul is like that one person that basically do not want to go on any adventure, by the way, because of Kane. And I can see why, because, most of all, when Zubul talking about, like, what was she saying? Like, somehow she want to be, like, proud of herself, all that stuff. I probably could just say it's pretty much like, blah, 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 all that stuff. But Zubul, as a character, she is great. I feel like putting her in 5th is kind of a little bit low, by the way, but I don't hate Zubul at all. I really don't hate her character. Her character is great. I wish she could have appeared up more, by the way, like from like episode 2, episode 3, instead of episode 4, because it would make her more shine, or not make her more shine, but make her more like interesting, pretty much in like any other episode, pretty much in the series. And then pretty much her talking about Kane, by the way, what I said earlier, is that pretty much Zubul, she don't like going with her adventures, by the way, like going with his adventures because how you know how crazy it is. And yes, I feel like Kane's adventures goes a little bit too crazy. I mean, the third episode was kind of like also very interesting. Cause it was like I think it was at least like somewhere like what October. I mean, it was a good month to pretty much start off with episode 3, by the way. But still, it is also kind of interesting that Zubul does say something like that, by the way. Cause like most of all, everyone just pretty much like acted a little bit cool because you know what she said about Pomni just gets scared, all that stuff. But still. Zubul being one of my favorite characters, pretty much for like the 5th one, is pretty much great. So I'm glad that Zubul being one of my favorites in the whole entire, pretty much in the last list, by the way. So which is pretty much great. And also, before I end this all, by the way, the reason I didn't put Jax on here, by the way, is because most of all, not saying I hate Jax, by the way. I really don't hate Jax, by the way. But I should probably, because most of all, he does do he kind of like bully Pomni a little bit, by the way, and some reason I don't know why, because more I guess like Pomni just being herself, and just Jax just want to just bully her, by the way. And also, speaking of Jax is just pretty much one of those characters who just bully somebody for no reason. I'm not saying he bullied Pomni a lot, by the way. He just bullies her just a little bit, like even when in dangerous situations, by the way. He just kind of does too much, by the way. So I'm glad they did tie him up around episode 3 because, yeah, he needs to stop all that, by the way. But still, if anyone's a Jax fan, I don't really hate you, by the way. I'm just letting you know that's how the character is. So that's all I'm gonna say right there. But yeah, but what everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and end off right here. If y'all enjoy it, try know what to do. I am really sorry if I try to explain much of the best I can, by the way. I know there has been some little bit yapping, by the way, because I've been like watching Major do Circus since late like 2023 when the pilot came out, and pretty much last year, 2024. So hopefully, soon enough when they make an episode 5, I just hope that the rest of the characters that probably get their own shine, by the way. They said it might be like Jax or Ragatha, so I don't know how I should feel about that, but we'll see how it goes for this year, 2025. So I'll see y'all tomorrow in the next video. Bye.